She like shit, shit. She like shit, shit. Come and love me, why you scared, scared? Don't want no, I want red. You ever notice how many people died this year and why they died? And this year was also to be predicted for a lot of deaths in the industry, but always sit back and pay attention and question everything. Well, when you know so much, or they don't want you to put out certain messages, and these is people in darker places and of higher authority, the powers that be, people who doing things behind the scene that we can't see. These deaths mean something, whether they are artists, a celebrity, an actor or actress, anybody that's in Hollywood or the industry. A lot of good people die off, and it's because they know too much, and knowledge is powerful. So with this message, what I'm trying to get across is that people in higher power really don't want you to have no consciousness at all. They don't want you to speak the truth. They don't want you to spread light to the community. That's why prayers were taken out of school, and the Star Spangled Banner and things like that, and all the stuff that should be put in the schools are being taken out, and things are put into place to brainwash not just adults but your kids as well. So like, they don't want you to have a consciousness. They don't want you to have a free will, no freedom of speech, no soul, no spirit, no nothing. They don't want you to have any existence past the physical realm, if that makes sense. They also want you to believe that death is the worst thing that can happen to you. And people cry when somebody is deceased, when you should have tears of joy. And then because they're going to something greater, they suffer here, hell on earth, so they're going to something better. So you shouldn't cry. You should have tears of joy or joy to begin with. And then when a baby is brought into the world, you should cry, because they are brought into this demonic world and have to see so much evil. When they were sitting in the womb, they didn't have to experience anything, want for anything. And not saying that when they out the womb, they don't they have to worry about one for stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, they have to be brought into this world full of evil people and people with ill intentions. And you know, that makes a parent or parents fearful of having kids, because you got to bring them into what is around you, things that's of the world. And that's kind of, it's fucks with your mental a lot. But it's not the worst thing that can happen. Death is not something to fear. And fear is no such thing as fear. The Most High didn't give us the spirit of fear. He gave us a spirit of a sound mind and a sound heart. But they tricking you mentally into thinking after you die that this is it, or that this is it for you and others around you. And by the time you realize this, if you're not woke now, it'll be too late. And that's all you will know. And that's all you will believe. So they brainwash you as a child. And then as you go into adulthood, you have to heal your process. You have to go through the healing process. And the healing process never stops. People don't understand healing don't stop. Healing is something that needs to be done consistently on a day-to-day basis, depending on how much hell that you've suffered. But like I said, by the time you wake up, you're too late to realize all of this shit. And these powers that be don't want you to know that your spirit lives on and that you don't die, you multiply. After you dead and gone, life isn't over with. It's a myth. For example, let me give you an example of something that's very spiritual. So, selling things to humans that may block your spiritual journey and block your pineal gland, your third eye chakra. So when my son was about 1 or 2, and he's 6 now, that toothpaste shit, I forgot the ingredient that's in it. Fluorine, fluoride, I don't know, but basically the toothpaste. And people wondering where illnesses come from. And toothpaste with fluoride in it blocks your spiritual journey and everything else that comes in spiritual, or and it also stop you from receiving downloads and messages from your spiritual ancestors and the Most High God. But that's too much to be given out, because ain't not finna tell you that. So, for example, things like ADHD, autism, Alzheimer's, things like that. Before my son was 6, I used to take him to therapy, autistic therapy, to see if he was autistic, because something wasn't right with him. So after going through the autistic therapy, I started to put 2 and 2 together. Then they was talking about it was ADHD. Then they was talking about disruptive behavior disorder. Basically that he doesn't like to deal with authority. And I was sitting there and I'm looking like, what, he don't like to deal with authority? I'm getting it, but I'm not getting it. So all this time I had put it together, and I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with my son. He just sometimes don't know how to say what he want or need, don't know how to articulate certain things, been through some stuff, seen some stuff that has happened to his mother. And I'm thinking, ain't nothing wrong with him. You're not finna label him with no ADHD and all this other bullshit and putting him on medicine and giving him medicine so he'll be able to sit in class and sit down. So, I thought about it so long, and when you think about something so long, and like I said, God is not the author of confusion, the devil is. I'm like, this some devil shit. This shit don't even make sense to me. I'm confused. And when your doctor sit up here and asks you what's your opinion and what you think we should do about this situation, and you a certified doctor, I'm out of this bitch. How I deal with this mental illness that you threw and labeled on this child at 3 years old, damn near 4. I'm gonna let this shit go and keep it pushing, because you're not finna throw me that negativity. That's definitely out. So with that being said, I start to just realize it's something that he's giving, it's something that he's taking that's causing him to mentally be delayed or slow, or make a person think something is wrong. And I thought it's the shit that's given to you. It's anything that you put in your body has a certain type of ingredient in it that either agrees with your body or disagrees with your body. And like I said, I sat there and I'm like, no wonder why they always push you. This just like they always try to push you into what you should take and how you should do this and you should do that, and this is the most healthiest shit. You got to pay attention to shit like that, because guess what? They had to learn that from people of high authority that's over them. So it ain't them nurses' fault or doctors' fault when you go in there. It's not they do to tell you, hey, this ingredient is finna do this and that. They know they keep it to themselves and don't say nothing, because they can lose their job, and it's part of protocol, meaning what they don't know won't hurt. So let's keep pushing this agenda, and let's keep making this bread, because it's about money, and money the root of all evil. But yeah, I had found out it was one of the most unhealthiest toothpastes, and he's 6 now, so that was years and years ago. But this shit basically give either you as an adult or your child problems functioning mentally. So, and it also can stop your spiritual journey, like I said. But yeah, they tried to label my child with autism, ADHD, and disruptive behavior disorder. And after a while, when school started and I started seeing he was okay, he do little things here and there, I decided not to take no medicine. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like the Most High got us both, and I don't want to start something that I can't get myself out of. What if it gets to the point where he reaches a certain age and the medicine stop and he is relying on that medicine? What if that medicine make him mentally worse or physically ill? Anything is possible. So I'm just not one of those people who just gonna take in everything that you give me and all your advice and run with the okey doke. Like, bruh, I'm my own doctor, and it is what it is. But y'all have a